Hey there, Aries, and welcome to your August 30th weekly general tarot reading. We're just going to get a pop out for you to start things off, and we're just going to rush in and see what we got for you. So we're starting off with the horse spirit saying freedom is yours. Were you born in the year of the horse? Let me know down below. I was. So thank you for being here, Aries. I appreciate it so much. If you're new to the channel, we do a spread here of past, present, future, and an outcome, 4 cards, and you're going to stick around because we're going to do clarifiers for every one of them, and we're also going to tie everything off with a Moonology card at the end. So thank you for being here, Aries, and let's see what we got here for you. All right, so we've got in your past, wow, the 5 of Pentacles popping up again. You may want to go give Libra a reading because they also had the 5 of Pentacles in their reading in their past position as well. The horse spirit saying freedom is yours. That's pretty obvious. Freedom is yours there if you want to claim it. With the 5 of Pentacles here, it's saying in the past, maybe someone's been giving you the cold shoulder. You've been feeling like you've been left out in the cold, maybe by, a situation, friends, family, whoever, right? It's going to be different for everybody as these are general readings, but it's sort of saying here that there is sanctuary available to you if you're willing to ask for it, right? These 2 people are out in the cold, but they're walking by a church. And if they just go knock on the door and ask for shelter, the church is going to give them shelter, right? So they just need to ask for it if they want it. Freedom is there for you if you want it. Next up, we got the Knight of Swords. Speaking of horses, the Knight of Swords is all about taking action. Go, 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 right? The Knight of Swords doesn't necessarily know where they're going. You see, they have their head in the clouds there, much like the Page of Swords as well, very much have their head in the clouds when it comes to their kind of thoughts, communications, and such. Do you hear that plane going over my house? Oh, it's a helicopter. Okay. Jeez Louise. Anyway, Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is the action taker, the just go, go, go kind of person, right? So it's saying in your present, very much an action taker, just going for it. Wild and free, too, like the horse. I like that there's 2 horses coming up here so far, so we have a bit of a theme running already. The Knight of Swords has the freedom to just go wherever he wants, right? He doesn't care. He doesn't really care what anybody says. He's just kind of going for, that's the general area where I want to be. That's where I'm headed, right? That's where I want to be. And I'm going to explore and do whatever I want along the way. So I'm digging that. This is coming next in for the Chariot. So chariots are generally pulled by horses, but in this case we got sphinxes. So we still got 4-legged animals here. So we still kind of got the theme going. But the Chariot is Cancer's card. So you might be dealing with a Cancer. You might have Cancer in your chart. If you're new to tarot, what this means is that in all of the zodiac signs have a major arcana card represented for them in the tarot deck, and this is Cancer's. So if either of those were true about the chart or the person, you can let me know down below in the comments, right? The Chariot in your future position is sort of saying you're going to be taking action, and much like the Knight of Swords, where the Knight of Swords kind of takes aimless action, the Chariot knows what the situation is and is trying to move it in a direction that's beneficial for that, for where they want it to go, right? These 2 sphinxes on the front pulling the Chariot represent sort of external circumstances in our lives, right? Things that want to pull us this way and that, right? And you being in the Chariot, you're trying to pull them to where you want them to go, right? So in the future, you're taking a lot of action trying to go to where you want to go, right? The horse spirit here says freedom is yours, and it seems like you're going after it, even after kind of being in a little bit of a rough spot here with the 5 of Pentacles, but I feel like you're turning it around, so that's fantastic. Lastly, for an outcome card for your starting spread here, we got the 2 of Swords. And the 2 of Swords is all about kind of being in a comfort zone here. So in an outcome, it's kind of saying you might revert back into your comfort zone. You might revert back into kind of what's worked and stuff. And this is what I'm going to do from, for everything here. What I'm saying here is freedom is yours, and you're free to choose that if you want. You're free to go back to your comfort zone, but I feel like those new lands behind you, if you just take that blindfold off and see, are going to be so fantastic. But as I say, freedom is yours this week. Of course, freedom is always yours every week here, Aries, but especially this week. If you really want to stay in your comfort zone, you absolutely can. But if you want, there are new lands out there for you. There's new experiences to be had, right? Oh, excuse me. You have all sorts of good stuff here in your reading here with the Knight of Swords and the Chariot, and the freedom to choose here with the Two of Swords as well. You have freedom to choose in this whole reading, like you always do in tarot. Nothing is set in stone. Like, this does not tell the future. This does not say this is what's going to happen to you, Aries. Like, you have the freedom to choose to stay out in the cold or ask for shelter. You have the freedom to go wherever you want. You have the freedom to let this chariot pull you where it goes. Wherever it wants to take you, or you can make it go where you want to go. You have the freedom to stay where you want or move on to new lands, right? And there's a ton of freedom here. So that's what we got so far, Aries. We'll see if we can clarify some of this for you. But thank you so much for being here, Aries. I appreciate it so much that you've made it this far. Hopefully this has been resonating. We're going to get you your clarifiers, but remember, you want to stick around till the end of the video. We're going to tie everything off with a Moonology card. But thank you again for being here, Aries, and let's see what we got for you for your clarifiers. All right. So clarifying, the Five of Pentacles is the Eight of Swords, and this Eight of Swords can be a card of self-imposed restrictions, right? This is the first time we've seen some restrictions in this video, or in this video. Well, in this video, yes, but in this reading as a whole, this is the first bit of restrictions we've seen. Maybe you're restricting yourself to staying out in the cold, right? You're being like, no, I'm staying out here because I'm not taking help from so-and-so, from the people that put me out here. Maybe the people who gave me the cold shoulder, I'm not taking help from them. So you're putting that restriction on yourself. But the freedom is there if you want to, take the help from them, right? Maybe they did give you the cold shoulder, but they are willing to help as well. You just gotta, free the toilet paper roll from the toilet paper to get to what you want, right? Clarifying, the Knight of Swords is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is, like all the queens, very motherly and nurturing when it comes to things, with cups being about your emotions, your feelings. So it seems like maybe you're taking action towards a person like this. Maybe you're trying to find a Queen of Cups, someone to talk to about those things on your mind. It could also be that you're kind of taking action to become a Queen of Cups, someone who's very empathetic and very much wants to make sure everyone is in a good place emotionally and stable that way. Again, you have the freedom to choose that, to pursue that person or pursue that path of life for yourself here. So again, freedom is yours. Clarifying, the Chariot is the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is a card of sort of being a leader and being the person who is successful, walking the walk, talking the talk, and having celebrations because of that. The Chariot is a card of success and victory, and the fastest card in the deck. So I feel like if you choose to walk this path, you choose to become a leader type. Maybe with the Queen of Cups, you're going to be a leader type, right? And don't worry about gender. If you're a male watching this and the Queen of Cups came up and you're like, I don't want to transition into a woman. No, it's just energy. We all have masculine and feminine energy in us. But it's saying, like, maybe that's what you want to turn into as a Queen of Cups type person, right? You want to be, a therapist, right? Maybe that's the kind of path in life you want to be. Or you just want to be someone who's always there for people when it comes to that. And I feel like if that's the choice you make, or whatever you do choose to do, you have choice, freedom here, Aries. You're going to be very successful at it. You're going to be very much a person in a position of strength and a position of sort of a role model leader type person, if you so choose to do that. Or, clarifying the Two of Swords, we've got the Magician, and the Magician is the master manifester. So it's just saying that if you're here, you can manifest these new lands behind you. That's what you really want. You can manifest these new experiences, or you can manifest just staying in your comfort zone and doing everything the way you've always done it, Aries. It's up to you. This whole reading has been talking about freedom. You're free to ask for help. You're free to become, a motherly type, nurturing, emotionally empathetic person. You're free to become a leader in a field, and you're free to stay in your comfort zone, right? There's so many options here. I've never really had a reading like this before, where it's almost as if you have multiple doors open in front of you. I'm surprised the Seven of Cups isn't here, but there's so many different paths you can go here, Aries. And I usually, like I say at the start of the video, past, present, future, and an outcome. I feel like this is less in that set order, and this is more like you can do whatever you want here, right? I feel like maybe you've stayed out in the cold, or you've been unwilling to ask for help, but this is kind of leading to you kind of turning around and becoming more of this motherly type with the Queen of Cups, because you don't want to be doing this to people. You don't want to put them in the Five of Pentacles position, which is leading to you having success in that field, or having success becoming that kind of a person, right? And I feel like you're manifesting new lands and new places and new experiences here because of all that. So, you know, that's one possible outcome for you, but we're going to tie everything off with a Moonology card here. So thank you for making it this far here. Aries? I want to say Aries. I'm so scared now. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is Aries. This is Aries, right? I was just worried I'm in Leo and why unintentionally. Whoever this is for, I'm sticking with Aries. Thank you so much for making it this far. I hope this has been helping you out. I hope this has been resonating. But let's see what we got for you here for your Moonology card. Void of Course Moon. Saying nothing will come of this situation. I feel like nothing will come of this if you don't want anything to come of this. You know, like we say, you got freedom to choose. Tarot is not something that is set in stone, right? This is not something that is destined to happen. This is not something that is going to happen for sure. This is not something that, you know, is guaranteed in life, of course, here. You have freedom. Right? The horse spirit says you have freedom. The Chariot, every one of these cards, really, pretty much every one of these cards, well, every one of these cards does have the freedom of choice here, but a lot of them really emphasize that, right? The Chariot, the Knight of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, really, those ones really emphasize you having choice. Those first four that came out really emphasize the choice, right? And if you want, nothing can come of any of it, or something can come of all of it, or whatever one you choose to pursue here. The door is wide open for you, Aries, I feel. And I just feel like you got to decide, what do you want to do, right? You got to decide, is this the stuff you're going to pursue, or is this not the stuff you're going to pursue? So thank you for being here, Aries. Oh my Lord. I appreciate you making it this far. Again, this is a very different reading. I've never really experienced one quite like this before. So if you want to help out the Chariot, if you want to help out the Chariot, that's me, buddy. If you want to help out the channel, Aries, you can leave a like down below. You can subscribe to the channel. You can share the video, and of course you can check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos too after this one. Thank you again for being here, Aries, and I hope to see you in the next video.